Hey guys, I thought I'd film a little quick video here about one of the problems I see with the new Battle for Zendikar set. As some of you guys know, blue and black are my favorite colors. Sometimes I play white, but that's pretty much it. And everybody knows the classic black strategy is to kill everything. Kill cards in black go back all the way to alpha and beta, and it's just absolutely classic. So with creature destruction, creature removal being such a staple in mono black especially, you would think it wouldn't be that hard for me to build another just generic kill deck. It's usually my strategy when a new set comes out is just take the safe position of kill everything. It rarely works for some reason, but well, we're joined here by one of my special guests, the generic Eldrazi Miscreant. You can see he's an 8-cost colorless. He's got the abilities of opponent flips table, and if you pay 10, you win this and the next 10 games. So it's pretty much your average typical Eldrazi from the new Battle for Zendikar set. You can see he's 10 attack, 8 toughness, very, very hard to kill. So let's say the opponent just got this out. Well, we've got a couple options for how to counter it, but first let me show you what isn't going to work. So as soon as Battle for Zendikar comes out, we're going to cycle standard and lose quite a few cards. I believe 50% of all legal cards. So what we're left with is, let's see, we got Deathwind, which target creature gets -X. I don't think I'm going to be able to feed in enough mana to kill this guy, so that one's out. Let's see what else we have. We have Throttle, which, boy, my webcam is doing terrible today. Target creature gets -4 until end of turn. That isn't going to do it. We've got literally the same card, but 1 mana better. -4 until end of turn with Flatten. And then we've got Defeat, Destroy creature with power 2 or less, not even close. Reave Soul. That's destroy target creature with power 3 or less. Nope, not going to do it. Ultimate Price, let's see, destroy target mono-colored creature. Sorry, colorless doesn't count. Now we've got a slightly different strategy, Foul-Tongued Invocation. I don't think that they're going to pick this creature as the one to sacrifice because it is their choice. And then we've got Dead Drop, slightly improved version of it, a little bit expensive, but it does have Delve. I should stop blocking the text. Target player sacrifices 2 creatures. Chances are this is not the only creature on the field as soon as they summon it. Now we've got the only 2 Death Touchers left that I know about, Typhoid Rats and Ruthless Ripper, both 1/1 Death Touchers for dirt cheap. I don't think they're going to be swinging, though, if I have these on the field. So we've got that whole line of cards that don't work. What are we missing? Boy, Hero's Downfall. I should have made a list, but it's like 10 cards that are in the previous standard cycle that would have easily stopped an Eldrazi, but they're all gone, which obviously, you know, makes me think that Wizards thought, hey, wouldn't it suck if somebody finally got out their giant Eldrazi Titan or some giant creature and then it just dropped dead with a simple 2-cost spell? Well, I kind of get that, but they kind of ruined black. Fortunately, I did a little bit of research, and I found the perfect cure. It's not without its problems, though. Like, for example, Flesh to Dust. Ooh, focus. It's a 5-cost and says destroy target creature. It can't be regenerated. Kind of nice, kind of expensive. At least it's an instant. I don't know if they're necessarily going to bring out their giant Eldrazi Titan if you have 5 mana open, but you could kill it on your turn, theoretically, because I don't believe any of the Eldrazi have haste, so that's one option, but you might have noticed M15 symbol on there. So it is, I guess you could say, printed in Magic Origins, but good luck finding one because it wasn't in any booster packs. It's one of those where you have to either use a reprint or get it from, I think it's in one of the dual decks or starter packs or something. Even on eBay, it's not exactly easy to find. Same as Nightmare, you just can't find it. And if you do, there's maybe a playset in stock at any given vendor because you have to disassemble one of those decks to get one of the cards with the correct symbols. So you bring this to F&M, everybody's getting out their smartphones. If they look on Card Kingdom, it's going to say the card doesn't exist. If they look on the Gatherer, it's going to say that it does exist. So you're going to have a long discussion, probably waste your time. So trying to play a card like this that was in the 20 that were printed outside the booster list, it's going to cause problems, but this will kill an Eldrazi. Next we've got my two favorite ambush cards. A lot better than the standalone cards. These both granted creature death touch until end of turn. They're both instants. So if they swing and you've got a little 2/2 out, they think they're just going to run it over. Boom, Coat with Venom, Touch of Moonglove. They just got death touched and their Eldrazi's dead. There's only one Eldrazi so far that's been spoiled with what do you call it, indestructible. So this is a pretty good answer to it, I think. I mean, it's not like they're going to bring out this guy right here at 10-8 and then play conservative with him and not swing just because you have a 2/2 on the field. So unless they know that these are in your deck, I think they're going to swing away and get killed by them. So very, very good. They're both legal in the new cycle, and they both cost 1. I absolutely love these cards. Next, we've got the only good kill card left, Murderous Cut. You can cast it for 1 with Delve, destroy target creature. Absolute classic, and I am thrilled that it was in cons. Next, we've got some alternative strategies. Virulent Plague. This will take out Eldrazi Scions in real time. So, if the whole point of their deck was to use Scions to just one time summon our Eldrazi Miscreant friend, this is going to take care of it. It's going to take them twice as long, 3 times as long, so not a bad idea. And next we've got Hooded Assassin. Not a terrible idea. I mean, it's going to be somewhat difficult to grant an Eldrazi trample. I mean, Eldrazi green is probably going to be a big thing, so it's not that hard, but his bottom ability is destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn. So all you have to do is swing, have them block with their Eldrazi, which they may or may not fall for, and then cast him during your second main phase. Obviously, if it was dealt damage during their combat step on their turn, you cannot play him. There's no way to flash him in. So it's pretty weak, pretty thin, which is why I'm not happy with the state of black right now. Then you've got Crux of Fate, classic. Destroy all non-dragon creatures. Now, this could be used early game, even though it costs 5, to wipe out all of their Scion tokens, or you could just wait for them to nuke their own Scion tokens, bring out a big giant Eldrazi like our friend here, and then blow them away. It is a sorcery. It does cost 5. But at least it's useful against other decks than Eldrazi, so if you built a deck with this in it, with Eldrazi in mind, you could still beat, for example, an Elves deck. They would not stand a chance against this card. Through the magic of video editing, I'm going to now add one card that I completely forgot. It is the #1 Eldrazi killer. Ready for it? Infinite Obliteration. And as you can see, I have a little bit of confidence that this will be a popular card. Now, I'm not the guy who goes to all my local shops, buys up all their copies of Infinite Obliteration while they're 50 cents, waits for them to go up, and then trades them to other people or sells them. I got these online just so that it's like a neutral supply. And I'm just going to trade them to people or even give them to people if they want to use it to kill Eldrazi. Every time a new set comes out, I pick one strategy or creature set that I hate. I find a way to get rid of it and order about 16 of those cards. So that all my friends can ruin the day for net deckers, which really isn't that the point of Magic the Gathering and Friday Night Magic, is to ruin net deckers' day. So if you're not familiar with this card, let me hold one up here. For 3 as a sorcery, you can name a creature card and search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with that name and exile them. So not only do you get to completely see every single card in their entire deck and their hand and their graveyard, but it's gone. Whatever you want is gone. So you could technically accidentally name a card that isn't in their deck, but other than that, this is a perfect card. So let's say you get to cast it twice before their Eldrazi Titans come out, or their big Eldrazi that cost, 6, 7, 8 that are going to take a couple turns. Of course you're going to get a 3-cost spell off before then. So, let's say you eliminated 8 important cards from just their library. Well, it's at least turn 3, so that means they drew 7, then drew 3 more, so they have 50 cards left in their deck. Now, you just got rid of 8, so they have 42 left in their deck, but they still have approximately 16 or 17 lands in their deck. So they're going to be drawing an awful lot of lands. Now, if they're not good at math, they won't realize why this is happening. But it's because you just changed the land ratio drastically on them, not to mention got rid of 2 of their win conditions. Now, let's say they only have 2 Eldrazi Titans, or, just Titan-sized Eldrazi's in their deck. You just got rid of quite a few of them, and they might not be able to sideboard their way out of it. So you could have gotten rid of their entire win condition, and they'll just scoop as soon as they see this card come out. So absolutely perfect. I mean, you wouldn't think it's a game winner, but if they scoop because they know they have no chance of winning, there you go. So this is definitely my favorite. I think everybody should pick up a playset before they triple in price. They might. If anybody plays black, like I said, it's kind of ruined, but this is definitely the cherry on top of the sundae for Eldrazi killers in black. And unfortunately, that is it. So we're looking at 6 cards that are all pretty weak. I mean, Murderous Cut and Flesh to Dust is it for I'm going to kill an Eldrazi. There is one more card. It's sort of like a reprint of Hero's Downfall, but it's a sorcery. Costs 3, destroy target creature or planeswalker. It's been spoiled. Obviously, I don't have one because it hasn't been released yet. But if you take that and mix it with, we'll say, Crux of Fate, Flesh to Dust, and Murderous Cut, and then also do maybe the ambush spells, depending upon how creature-heavy you are, and whether or not you have throwaway tokens, you might be able to beat the Eldrazi that way. So it's doable, but I really don't like the state of black right now. Now, it is September 13th right now, and they have barely spoiled any black cards, which I find really strange. I mean, if you look at the total spoiler list, there's just a handful of black cards on there. So what I'm hoping is that they're not holding them back because people are going to be just pissed off that there's nothing in black worth playing, or the alternative is they're holding them back because there's some giant, just disgusting Eldrazi killing cards, like 1 or 2, that will beat this pathetic list right here. So the problem is, if you're playing any of these cards in your deck, you're going to get stomped by Eldrazi. So it's not a good situation. I love black. I'm probably going to go to blue, but my very first deck is probably going to have to be mono white with aggro and exile, because I did the math. There are more ways to get rid of Eldrazi with future standard legal white than there are with black, which is unbelievable. So I was going to mix them so that I could do Utter End, Valorous Stance, and just get the best of, but you're going to have to come out swinging really, really hard. So that's white anyway, and there's, like I said, there's more white cards to remove Eldrazi than there are black cards. So you might as well just go pure white, put some double strikers in there, put some Renown, stuff that gets bigger, and just start dropping in some hate. Hopefully you'll just outspeed them, and if they do get out Mr. Miscreant here, you could blow them away with an exile spell, or at least pacifism, which is hilarious. I mean, they bring out an Eldrazi Titan, he's gigantic, he's going to eat your whole world, and then you pay 2 and make him like a conscientious objector. Now he just doesn't feel like fighting, and he just wants to sit around because he's a pacifist. There's a lot more spells like that. I mean, there's a sort of a new version of Suspension Field that's way better and has flash. You're losing some really good exile spells, but it is 1 or 2 cards above black as far as Eldrazi removal, even after you consider the cards we're losing. So, once again, I'm not happy with what they did to black. It's my favorite color. It's usually my staple for the first couple FNMs, but I'm gonna have to go white as a backup. So let me know down in the comment section what you think about what they did to black, if there's any redeeming qualities in black, or if anybody knows some spoiled cards and strategies for black that are actually worth playing, and just generally what you think of the whole situation with them ruining black.